Hello, what's up everybody? How are you doing? This is Bayo Adio. I am a Nigerian American vlogger that is currently vlogging about Lagos, Nigeria. So if you guys remembered in one of my videos, for you guys that continue to watch me, last week I talked about a land project that I have, which is a dream to get a lot of people in the diaspora to acquire as much land as possible in Nigeria. And I'm willing to go through all of the headache of doing the research, you know, getting a lawyer, getting a surveyor, getting the deed of assignment, CFO, all those things that you have to go through. I'm working with a network of people with my dad to kind of go through that headache so you don't have to. I'll post a link to that video if you want to watch it here. But long story short, that's what we're doing. I am going to I'm still doing a lot of due diligence and a lot of stuff right now. These things sometimes takes time. It's better to take your time to do these type of things right. But I'm planning to launch kind of like the sale, the pre-sale and all that stuff like in the next week or two. So if you're interested, click on the form in the description below and put in your name, and then you'll get the information of when I do the Zoom calls or when we have the meetings. But for today, I want to talk about something that I had to take some time to research, and I looked all over the internet and there was a lot of information. I want to talk about land sizes and land measurements. This is one of those important things that you need to know if you're going to invest in real estate in Nigeria. And more importantly, if you're going to invest in land, which is one of the things that I'm focused on. I feel like when it comes to investment in Africa, there's so many ways to invest, but some of them take a little bit more like nurturing and work. I believe that acquiring like a land or property is the easiest way to kind of get into investing in market, or at least having some sort of ownership of something that you can buy outright. Not that there's still a lot of lands that are cheap. So today's video is to talk about the different types of land sizes and measurements. So when you talk to a real estate agent, or when I talk to some of you guys that are interested, you would instantly know what I'm talking about. I'm going to talk about what a plot is and kind of like what you can imagine. But not only that, I'm going to show you the visual. I'm very visual, and it's the visual that I was looking all over the internet to find. So I decided to just create my own by using this awesome tool on the internet to be able to show you guys visual by literally measuring it out so you guys can see. I'm going to give you guys the dimensions, and some of these vary between state to state, but I'm going to give you guys the rough idea so you can picture what size of land you would like to buy, but also picture what you would like to use it for. Maybe you want a park or a farmer's market or agriculture, or you want to build a home, or you want to raise chickens, or you want to have a garden, or you want to have a hiking trail. Whatever it is, the imagination is limitless once you have that piece of land. So let's get to it. So let's talk about a plot of land. So a plot of land, well, for you guys that are like in America, I know we use feet a lot, but I'm going to be using square meters because that's what people in Nigeria use and other parts of the world. But to give you an idea, when I say 1 square meters equals 10.76 feet, somewhere around there. So 1 plot is 600 square meters. If we want to convert that to feet, it is 10,000 square feet, somewhere around there. So in Nigeria, there is different sizes of plots actually. Sometimes you see people measuring a plot out at 540 square meters, like 18 by 30. Sometimes you see them measuring it out at 18 by 36, which is 648 square meters. And sometimes you see people measuring it out bigger, not in Lagos, because Lagos is precious land, like in other states, like even 30 by 30, which is like 900 square meters. But for the sake of this presentation, we're just gonna pick the middle ground, which is roughly, actually, you can also, some people also do it at 600 square meters, but we're just gonna go in between 600 and 648 square meters for 1 plot. So now, let me show you guys what 1 plot looks like. Typically, a plot is what you would need to build like a 5-bedroom duplex or 3-bedroom duplex with a yard in the back and a yard in the front and a space to park your car. But let me show you guys visually what it looks like. All right, let me just pick one place here. I'm gonna pick a place that have a lot of examples so you guys can visually see it. Let us go to Manhattan, Kansas. All right, so I'm gonna be looking at my computer here and showing you guys what I'm looking at. So you guys can kind of see what I'm looking here. So let's pick a house in one of these residential areas. Dun, 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 dun. So these are all houses here. So let's pick a nice size house. One of these big houses. These are huge houses. All right, so let's just assume that, let me find a nice one for you guys. Okay. Yeah, let's pick this one. So this one is a house that has somewhat of like a garage in front of it that you can park your cars and you can get in. There's a little bit of yard in the front and also a little bit of yard in the back. So let's measure this. And remember, a plot is roughly 600 meters, somewhere around there. All right, let's measure this thing. So I am going to go from here to here to here, and then we're gonna go to here, and then we're gonna go to here. So as you guys can see, this is 813 square meters. So let's move this in a little bit. So that could be work for 900 meters for the people that have that, but we're gonna focus on 648, somewhere around there. So yeah, so this is pretty much what a plot looks like, guys. So if you have your house, this can be your yard if you don't have this extra garage here. And there's also a little here, there's a little bit of place here. So guys, hopefully that gives you a visual of what a yard looks like. All right, so you can literally build a house on not a yard, a plot. So that is what one plot looks like. As you guys can see, all these houses have lots of greenery and trees, but those are typically what a plot looks like. All right, so hopefully that gives you guys a rough idea of what a plot is. Let me see if I can find something a little bit more visible here. Ooh, okay, these are like apartment complexes. We're gonna come back to that. Let's see. I think you guys get the idea. So a plot is like a house. Okay, so now, ooh, look at all these big houses over here. All right, look at how huge these houses are. We're gonna pick one of these. Ooh, that's nice. Let's look at the front of it. So this is a nice house. It has a car in front. It's big house, has a yard. So let's measure what a plot looks like for this one. This is a great one. Great example. All right, so let's measure this out. So we're gonna go from here to the street level, and we're gonna go here, and then maybe go a little bit here, maybe just kind of go a line. This person has a big land. All right, so that is definitely a big house. So this would roughly be 3 plots of land, roughly. If you wanted 3 plots of land, you get a huge house. But let's bring this back if you don't need all this space. So this is what a house with 2 plots would look like. If you want a gigantic like mansion where like you want to have big space and a big yard, you want to build a big house. But for most people, 1 plot would do. But you also have a vision to build 2 plots, all right? Okay, so we're done with plots. So now let's talk about 1 acre. So 1 acre is roughly 43,560 feet. And it's roughly around 4,046 square meters. So let's just say 4,000 square meters. And typically an acre can fit 6 plots, all right? So an acre can fit 6 plots. So I'm going to show you guys what an acre looks like, and we're going to measure that out as well. So let's kind of zoom out a little bit here, and let's find one of these apartment complexes. There we go. So this is an apartment complex, like an estate. As you guys can see, they have 6 apartments. They have a pool there. So if you wanted to like build like your own little mini estates, let's measure out what an acre looks like. So remember, an acre is 4,000 square feet and roughly 6 plots. All right, let's measure that out. So let's start potentially here and here, and let's go here, let's go here and here. All right, so this is huge. So this is 2 acres. So we're gonna go here. All right, so your acreage is roughly like here. So let's just say you want to build a huge apartment complex with parking in front and a little bit of yard. So as you guys can see on the top right hand corner, this is 4,000 acres. So this should give you a rough idea of what an acre is. Let's look at the type of space that 1 acre can get you. Look at that. You can build a gigantic apartment complex here. See that? So this is what you can get, and that's also including all these extra parking lots, all this extra space. You can get 1 acre can house a full apartment complex with parking lots. You can even add more things to it. All right, so that's roughly what an acre looks like. Now I would also show you on the football stadium. An acre is almost the length of a football stadium. Let me do this. So let's see. Remember guys, it's roughly 4,000 square foot. Oh, that's spot on. So if you guys look at the stadium here, an acre is roughly like almost a football length field in terms of how to determine what an acre is. So hopefully this helps you visually know what an acre is. If you look on the top right hand corner here, this is like a little storage shed. So maybe you want a big warehouse, or you want to run a factory, or maybe you want to run a big chicken farm or something. You see this size here? This would give you an access to have a warehouse like this. You guys see that? Like a huge warehouse. This is roughly what an acre would look like, to give you guys a sense of space. All right, what else can I compare it to this? Oh, let me give you guys some other vision. You guys see this? Maybe in the nearest future, maybe you want an acre to build your own little house. You want to have a yard. You want to have your own little farming system here. You want to have a place for a horse. You want to have a basketball court. You want to have a running track. I don't know, you can create your own playground. You have a lot of land to spare, so you can do whatever you want. I just love this picture because it gives me a nice vision of like how you can set up your living space in Africa right now, because land is cheap. Certainly not in Lagos, but on the outskirts of Lagos, if you're willing to go a little bit further out, you can live like a king, and land is cheap, and then you can also slowly build. So this person has like a farm, some trees, a garden, or horse stable. Again, I just wanted to show you guys just to help your imagination of what an acre can look like as well, which is roughly 6 plots. All right, that is that. So now let's talk about the one that's not as popular, which is 1 hectare. All right, so 1 hectare is like roughly 10,000 square meters. So we're talking about an acre and multiplying that by 2.5, so almost 2.5 acres. And then it has roughly 16 plots of land. So that literally means you can have 16 houses. That is almost enough to build your own little mini estate. So if you wanted to visualize what an acre is, let's look at that. Let's go to this apartment complex. Ooh, okay. Can you guys see this square here? Let me change this to like a 3D. So as you guys can see, this area right here from here to here is an apartment complex. So like an estate. So this can be your own little mini estate. Let's see if this is up to a hectare. So I'm gonna measure from here, here. Let me just stop here for now. Here. And remember, we're going for 10,000 square meters. Whoa, 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 whoa. So this is like 3 hectares. Ooh, let's find a smaller one. Let's see here. Let's pick this one. Yeah, let's do this one. I want to give you guys a nice visual. I'm gonna pick this one. All right, this is literally like an hectare. So this is roughly 10,000 square feet. So let's see what this is. This to me looks like an apartment complex. All right, let's bring it to bird's eye view. Ooh, you guys see that? So let's just say you have a vision of creating your own estate. You can buy an hectare of land. And guys, I'm gonna give you guys some rough idea of what I'm thinking and pricing. Guys, it's dirt cheap. Like cheap, but I'm gonna reveal that in another video. I'm gonna save that for the people that signed up. So if you're interested, sign up with my link below and I'll tell you how cheap you're able to get land right now on the outskirts of Lagos. You can still get cheap land in a Bejuleki area in Lagos, but I want to even get land cheaper. So an hectare is 2.5 acres. This is what it can potentially get you. So you can see this is like an apartment complex that has all these apartments with cars and all that stuff. So you can literally own something like this and build something like this. Let's see. Now let me give you guys other motivation for sizes. You can build a hospital. So this is a vet lab. Look at these tennis stadiums. You can build your own little outdoor kind of playground gym space, which is what I'm thinking of doing. Something like this. Let's see. That has all these basketball, tennis courts. Just giving you inspiration. What else is out here? Hospital, school. You can probably build a school for an acre. You can build a zoo. Let's see here. Dun, dun, dun. I want to pick I want to listen to a fitness center, a park right here. This is a nice park. It has, baseball fields, track, all that stuff. These are like apartment complexes. What else is here? Oh, this is a church. All right. This is a church. It's a big church. So yeah. So look at that church. So let's just say you wanted to build a church. Let's measure it out. Dun, 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 dun. Let's see how much land that these people are using. This is just going to be a rough outline here. All right. So this person is using roughly, you can actually build a church on 1 acre, roughly. So if we bring this in a little bit. Yeah, so you can build a church roughly on 1 acre. Yep, and this is 1 acre right there. You can have some parking and go around. So you can build a hospital, church, school, whatever you want. So those are the different measurements that I wanted you to kind of be familiar with. And an hectare is 16 plots each. So as you're talking to like a real estate person or you want to go purchase a land, I hope that this video gives you a rough idea of what the land sizes are and how it's used. And this one is predominantly focused on Lagos, Nigeria, but they're roughly the same in different parts of the world, but just a little bit higher or a little bit lower in some instances. All right, guys, if you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button so I know that you got something out of it. If you like more contents like this, make sure to subscribe to my channel. I mainly talk about my experiences, travel, and the different things of living in life in Nigeria, life in Africa right now. But I'm going to be talking a little bit more about real estate as well as part of that. So if you're interested in getting more content about this to stay informed, or if you're interested in investing and acquiring land that are less than $1,000, just to give you guys a tip, fill out the form below, and then you can join my launch in the next week or two, where I bring out the details and where we start kind of getting you guys some investments in Nigeria. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching, and remember, it's your time to rise and let your light shine. Peace.